What's the time your family gaslit you so hard you almost believed you were the problem? It happened at our family vacation house. Nate, my brother, brought Mira to meet everyone for the first time since they got engaged. She seemed really quiet and kept flinching whenever he moved too quickly. At first, I thought maybe she was just nervous meeting us all. One night, I got up to get water and heard crying from the guest bathroom. Mira was in there with her makeup bag trying to cover up a bruise on her cheek. She jumped when she saw me and started saying she walked into a door, but the bruise had finger marks. I've worked in healthcare long enough to know what that looks like. I tried talking to her the next day when Nate was out fishing with Dad, but she kept saying everything was fine and changed the subject. Then I noticed how she always checked her phone when Nate texted, like if she didn't respond in 2 minutes, something bad would happen. And how she kept apologizing for literally everything. Spilled water? Sorry. Talked too much? Sorry. Existed? Sorry. That night I heard them arguing in their room. I know I shouldn't have, but I recorded some of it on my phone through the wall. He was telling her she embarrassed him at dinner by talking to my dad about politics. Said she was stupid and his family was judging him for being with someone so worthless. I could hear her crying and then a thump against the wall. I almost went in right then, but chickened out. The next morning, Mira had a new bruise on her arm that she kept covering with her cardigan. Nate was acting super loving in front of everyone, always holding her hand and kissing her forehead. When everyone left, I saw Nate grab Mira's arm in the kitchen and twist it behind her back. He was whispering something in her ear and she looked terrified. I started recording on my phone without thinking. He slapped her across the face when she tried to pull away. I dropped my phone and screamed at him to stop. Mira was crying and Nate immediately switched to this concerned voice asking if she was okay, like he hadn't just hit her. He saw me and his whole face changed. Told me I didn't see what I thought I saw. That Mira had a balance problem and he was trying to steady her. Mira backed him up, nodding and wiping her tears, saying she gets dizzy sometimes. I picked up my phone and told them both I had it on video. Nate completely lost it. Started screaming that I was always trying to ruin his life, always jealous of him. Called me pathetic for not having my own relationship, so I had to destroy his. When my parents came back, I showed them the video. I thought they'd be horrified, but Mom just sighed and said I was taking things out of context. Dad said Nate has always had a temper and Mira knows what she signed up for. Mom actually said boys will be boys, and relationships have rough patches. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They said I was overreacting and needed to delete the video before I ruined Nate's life over nothing. That night at dinner, everyone acted normal except Mira. Barely ate and kept looking at Nate before speaking. I tried to catch her alone, but Nate was glued to her side. My parents pulled me aside and said I needed to apologize to them both for causing drama. Said I was the problem, that I've always been jealous of Nate's relationships and was trying to sabotage his happiness. Mom said I needed therapy for my jealousy issues. The next day, I was packing to leave early when Mira came into my room. She had her sleeve pulled up, showing finger-shaped bruises. She whispered that it had been happening for months, but she loved him and thought he would change after they got married. She begged me to delete the video because it would just make things worse for her. Then Nate walked in and she practically jumped away from me. I couldn't sleep that night thinking about her face. In the morning, I heard them fighting again, and Nate threatening to tell her parents she'd been cheating if she ever tried to leave. I made a decision right then. I found Mira's phone while she was showering and got her mom's contact info. Before I left, I sent the video to Mira's mom with a message explaining everything I'd seen. Then I sent it to her dad and sister too. I also included screenshots of texts from Nate threatening her that I'd seen on her phone when she showed me a photo earlier. I didn't tell anyone what I'd done. 3 days later, Mira's entire family showed up at my parents' house where Nate and Mira were still staying. Her dad completely went off on Nate, called him every name in the book. Her mom was crying and pulled Mira away. Nate was stunned but quickly recovered and started the whole "it's a misunderstanding" routine. Then Mira's brother pulled out his phone and played my video right there in front of everyone. My parents were mortified, not because of what Nate did, but because it was now public. They started damage control, saying Nate has been under stress at work, that Mira provokes him. Her dad told them to shut up and said they were just as sick as Nate for defending him. Mira left with her family. Nate is telling everyone I doctored the video out of jealousy. My parents said I betrayed the family by not handling this in-house.